Hello, yeah, too. How are you? I hope you're having a lovely day. Now, if you remember in our Zoom call yesterday, I mentioned that today is a special day. Now, can anybody remember why today is a special day? Fantastic. Well done. It's because today is World Book Day. So lots of the activities that we're going to be doing today are going to be based around a certain book. Now, I've had a good look around and I've tried to find a book that I think you'll all enjoy. And I have chosen the book Journey, which you can see the front cover of in the corner of the screen. Now, on the front cover, we can see a girl in a red boat. Okay, why is the girl in a boat? And why is she on her own? Well, it looks like she's going towards a castle or a kingdom. I wonder why she's going there. Well, I'm sure we'll find out in a little while. Now, there's something quite special about this book. Has anybody read it before and knows why this book is quite special? Well, this book is special because it is wordless. There are no words in this book. There are only pictures or illustrations. So therefore, this is great, isn't it? Because we can really use our imaginations and we can almost, by looking at the pictures, tell the story ourselves. And we can also really think about a character's thoughts and feelings. And that is the first activity that we're going to do today. We are going to be reading the first few pages or looking at the first few pages of Journey and inferring the main character's thoughts and feelings. So are you ready to start looking at Journey? Okay, so as I said, there are no words on this page. Now, what can I see in this picture? Well, if I have a look on the left-hand side, I can see 4 children. Can you see them too? Now they look like they're playing, don't they? And they look like they're having quite a lot of fun. There's 2 children that are high-fiving. We've got a bike there, and then there's one boy who's got a red crayon in his hand. I wonder what he's going to do with that red crayon. Well, as I said, those children look like they're having quite a lot of fun. But then if we look over a little bit past the traffic light, we can see that there's a girl sitting on the stairs. Okay, and she's got a red scooter next to her. Now, why do we think that she's sitting on the stairs without anybody else? Why is she alone? Well, if we look in the house next to where she's sitting, which I'm guessing is her house, we can see 3 people. Now, could you pause the video and have a think, have a good look? What are these people doing and who might these people be? Okay, so have you had a good look at the picture? Okay, well, let's have a look together. Well, we've got a man in the top room, haven't we? Now, he's on a computer, isn't he? So maybe this man is her dad, maybe. And he's on a computer, so maybe he's doing work. Maybe he's having to work from home. So he looks like he's very, very busy at work, doesn't he? So he probably doesn't have any time to play with the girl that's his daughter, maybe. Okay, so he hasn't got any time to play with her because he has got to do his work. Now, in the room next to that, we can see a girl sitting on a sofa. Now, who might this girl be? Well, this girl might be her sister, mightn't it? And she might be a bit more grown up than the girl sitting on the stairs. So maybe she doesn't want to play with her sister anymore. She looks like she's on a tablet or on a phone. So she looks like she's quite busy. And again, doesn't have time to play with her sister. Now, we also have the lady in the bottom room there. Now, who might this lady be? Well, this lady maybe is her mother, okay? And it looks like she's cooking and she's on the phone, she's talking to somebody else. So again, it doesn't look like she has much time to spend with her daughter, okay? Because she's busy cooking, maybe the dinner, and she's on the phone to somebody else. So it looks like the girl on the stairs has almost been forgotten about. The people in the house don't have time for her because they're all very busy doing their own thing. So she probably wants to play with the people in the house and she probably wants to join in with the children over the road. But no, she's sitting on her own on the stairs outside looking very sad. Okay, now let's find out what happens next. Oh, okay, so she's going in the house. Now, she has 3 people in the house, doesn't she? She has who we think are her mum, her dad and her sister. Now, in the first picture, we can see that she's standing next to her mum and she's got the red scooter. But the mum's cooking and she's on the phone, isn't she? Now, the girl maybe wants the mom to go outside with her and play on the scooter with her. But no, the mom doesn't look like she has time for that, does she? She is too busy cooking and talking to someone else. So the girl is going to walk away and she is going to go and see if her dad wants to do something outside, okay, because she has a kite, doesn't she? Okay, so maybe the girl wants to go outside, maybe to the park with her dad, and wants to play with the kite. But no, look, the dad hasn't even looked at her. He's too busy on the computer doing his work, so no, he doesn't have time for her either. And then in the third picture, she tries to get her sister to play with her. And she's got a ball in her hand, so maybe she wants her sister to play football with her. But no, the sister looks like she's playing on her tablet or her phone and does not have time for her. Look, she hasn't even looked up at her sister. She's just concentrating on what she's doing. So how sad is that? The girl has nobody to play with because everybody in her house is busy. Okay, so she's going to go to her room. Now in this picture, we can see her in her room and we can see that she's got a cat on the floor. So we know that she's got a cat for a pet. But again, she's looking really sad, isn't she? She's sitting on her bed not with a smile on her face. She looks quite upset. And that's probably because nobody has any time for her in her house because they are all too busy. Now we can tell something else about the girl from this picture. Well, you can see that there's a map on the wall. Can you see it? Well, that might mean that the girl likes traveling, maybe. Maybe she likes exploring. Maybe that's what she used to do with her sister. But now her sister's older. All her sister's interested in is playing on her phone or her tablet. So it looks like she likes exploring. Can you spot anything else in the picture that might tell us that she likes exploring? Could you pause the video now and have a good look for me? Okay, year two. So let's have a look together again. Well, we have the map on the wall. We also have the light. Now, what is the light? Well, the light is in the shape of a hot air balloon, which also might tell us that she likes exploring and traveling. As well as this, if you look at her duvet cover, she has some boats on it. So therefore, that could tell us that she likes exploring. And then she also has a picture on the wall. I don't know if you can see it, but that picture is of Egypt, okay? There's a camel, there's some pyramids on there. So that tells us that she knows quite a bit, maybe about Egypt, about traveling, and that's why she's got that picture on her wall. Okay, now we are going to think about what this girl might be thinking. Well, how might she be feeling and what might she be thinking? We've just had a look at the page before where the dad is on his computer, the mom is cooking, and the sister doesn't want to play with her. And now she's sitting on her own in her room. Now, what might she be thinking? Well, the first thing she might be thinking is, I wish mom would stop talking on the phone and talk to me. Okay, so she's thinking that about her mom because her mom, all she does is talk on the phone to other people. She doesn't have time to talk to her daughter. She might also be thinking, no one has time for me. I feel so lonely, okay, because she's all on her own. She might also be thinking, not even my sister will play with me. Okay, so her sister maybe that used to play with her might used to have explored with her, no longer wants to play with her because she has her phone or her tablet. Okay, so I would like you to pause the video and have a think. What other things might this girl be thinking when she is sitting in her room? Okay, did you think of lots of different things that the girl might be thinking? Okay, well, I had another think as well. Let's see what I've come up with as well. So I also thought she might be thinking, why does everyone always have to be busy, okay? Why does everyone always have to be busy and not have time for her? Why does her dad have to work every day? Why does her sister always have to be on her tablet? Why does her mom have to spend all day cooking and talking to other people on her phone? Why can't they go outside with her and play with the kite and play with the scooter and play with the football? Why can't they do that instead of always being busy? She might also think there is nothing to do here, okay? There's nothing to do in the house. There's nobody to play with. All I want to do is explore the world, okay? And she's told us this through this picture, okay, through her bedroom, because she's got the hot air balloon, she's got the map, she's got the duvet covering, she's got the picture on her wall. And as well as that, she might be thinking, all Dad ever does is work. Okay, so these are some of the thoughts that I thought of that the girl might be thinking. Did you think of some other ones? Fantastic if you did, that's brilliant. But well done as well if you got the same ones as me. So we're now going to use these thoughts. And with these thoughts, we are going to write a diary entry. So in the house, nobody has any time for this girl, do they? So therefore, she needs somebody to talk to. And some people, when they need somebody to talk to, they write in a diary. They write their thoughts down and their feelings down in a diary. Remember, we wrote a diary when we looked at the Great Fire of London. We wrote Samuel Pepys's diary, didn't we? Where he writes down all of his thoughts, all of his feelings, and what has happened in that day. So this girl is thinking all of these different thoughts, and she needs to put them all down in her diary, okay? So she can get them all out of her head and stop worrying that nobody has time for her. So your task, as I said, is to write a diary entry for the girl in Journey. Remember, we always start a diary entry with Dear Diary. Now, a few things that you might want to include. Well, first of all, how is she feeling? Okay, she's feeling lonely, isn't she? She's feeling like nobody wants to play with her. She's feeling all alone and very sad. Another question, why is she feeling this way? Well, it's because she feels like nobody wants to play with her. Another thing she might talk about in her diary is what is she thinking? And we thought of lots of different thoughts for this girl on the last page. So you can use some of those, or you can use some of the ones that you thought of yourself. She might also be thinking what you might also want to include, what she wishes she could be doing. So at the moment she's sitting in her room, but what does she wish she could be doing instead? Well, we know that from looking at her room, don't we? And you also might want to include, what has she been doing in her day? Well, she hasn't been doing a lot, has she? We saw her sitting on the stairs, and then she went to try and play with her mum, and then she asked her dad if he wanted to go and play with the kite, and then she went to her sister and asked if she wanted to play football with her. Okay, so you can include all of these different things in your diary entry. So she needs to get all of her thoughts, all of her feelings, everything that she's been doing, and write it down in her diary. Now, remember, you are going to be pretending to be the girl in Journey. So you need to make sure that you write in the first person using I, okay? You're not writing in the third person. You must write it in the first person because you are going to be the girl writing the diary. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing your diary entries for the girl in Journey. And I hope you've enjoyed the story so far. And I hope you enjoy the other activities that we're also going to do today around the book Journey. Well, have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in our next lesson.